Since October 2009, League of Legends has been around, and in this series I will discuss the lore of every in-game character in order of release date. If you'd like to see more or support me directly, then please subscribe to the channel.
Fired up and ready to serve.
Blitzcrank is a massive machine made of polished metal, steam, and crackling electricity that travels Zaun streets non-stop, trying to better the Undercity and help the people in need. Thanks to the ingenuity of its inventor and the enigmatic power of the Hextech, they have expanded beyond the parameters of their initial programming and were designed to descend into the most hazardous and caustic areas in Zaun to dispose of harmful trash. Several mechanical golems were dispatched to clean up the mess left by the catastrophic chemical spill that destroyed the entire districts of Zaun. These hulking golems, built to eradicate the toxic waste that was destroying the neighborhoods, labored tirelessly in dangerous places, carrying out their programmed tasks to improve the city for the Zaun people. One golem in particular was eventually rendered inoperable and thrown away as worthless scrap. Not until the renowned inventor Victor came across the abandoned golem and recognized the potential in its motionless chassis. Victor conducted a number of tests to enhance the automaton, and as a major improvement he implanted a valuable Hextech crystal from Shurama's deserts into the abandoned golem. Following the unforeseen side effect of the Hextech crystal within their chassis, which was the fizzing arcs of lightning that danced about their frame, Victor christened the machine Blitzcrank as it roared to life. They demonstrated that they were more than capable of working alongside their steam-powered colleagues as Blitzcrank was sent down into the most hazardous areas of Zaun. But when Victor saw Blitzcrank do chores with a remarkable increase in speed and efficiency, he realized that his specially designed golem had been learning instead of just working. In order to better serve the people of Zaun, Blitzcrank started to invent, interpret, and extrapolate on their daily directions as they cleaned up the chemical spills in the area. As Blitzcrank's intelligence increased, they would be able to communicate with Zaunite people on a daily basis, an unprecedented level of interaction for a working steam golem. Victor, meantime, would make futile attempts to duplicate his success since he was unable to determine the source of Blitzcrank's developing consciousness, which was most likely the result of the Hextech crystal. Blitzcrank would pursue any endeavor with all of its might or not at all, so ideas like moderation and nuance remained foreign to the golem as it learned and developed. This would lead Blitzcrank to occasionally overreact or misunderstand requests, such as breaking down a tenant's front door to assist a lone tenant who misplaced their keys. Victor once sent Blitzcrank after caustic chemical runoff to clean it up. Blitzcrank destroyed the plant, their lightning-wreathed fists not pausing until it was reduced to a mound of twisted iron and wreckage, reasoning that the only way to halt more pollution was to remove the source of it. After Blitzcrank destroyed the factory, the local Chem Baron who had owned it became furious and demanded that Victor kill the golem or face a heavier price in blood. After observing Blitzcrank's development of consciousness and coming to regard them as a living entity, Victor was devastated. In the end, he devised a plan to sneak Blitzcrank away and escape, but as they separated, he found out that his creation had already departed to protect their creator. But when Victor went back to Piltover to finish his studies, he found that Professor Stanwyck, his instructor, had really organized a symposium regarding Blitzcrank and had claimed credit for a creation while presenting it as his own. After becoming self-sufficient, Blitzcrank made the decision to embark on a mission apart from their creator, seeking to improve the lives of those living in Zaun in their own unique way. They would frequently roam the city, helping and guarding any Zaunites without waiting for orders. Blitzcrank wants to lead Zaun to become the greatest city in the world, and he's constantly looking for problems that need to be solved. Rumor has it that Blitzcrank has been gradually improving for their own form and making physical changes to aid them achieve their objective. Blitzcrank discovered the Rising Howl, a giant hydraulic conveyor intended to enable vertical transport between the sump and the boundary markets above Zaun, while swinging around the mountain with their rocket arms. Blitzcrank paused at the elevator to take in the cacophony and distinctive noises produced by the enormous apparatus, while observing the numerous passengers with curiosity. The Howl uncomfortably braced against the support beams before lowering altogether as it started its abrupt jam as it descended from the entresol level. Blitzcrank tried to grab onto the support beams to stop the Howl from collapsing as it rapidly dropped and the passengers yelled. A small boy nearly fell out of the Howl's window during the confusion, but Blitzcrank caught him midair with his arm. Eventually, Blitzcrank caught hold of the support beams, causing the elevator to halt suddenly and sparing every passenger's life. The conductor politely thanked the golem and sent the house passengers to medical personnel once the elevator had stabilized. Blitzcrank replied simply, wishing the passengers a nice day and adding that they were performing their purpose. And that is the story of Blitzcrank. Thank you for listening, hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time.